everyone, welcome back to Tarot with Katie. Today we are doing a pick a card reading that will be messages from your ancestors. Since we are nearing Halloween and Scorpio season is upon us, where the veil is thin and Scorpio kind of rules, the spirit world, those that have passed on, things like that. I thought this would be a fun reading to do. So there are 3 piles here today. I'm going to shuffle the cards when I get to each pile because we might pull a different amount of cards depending on what we need to see here. So I've just put the different cards I'll be using in 3 different piles for you to choose from. So when I say ancestors, this can be anyone that is in your family, your bloodline that wants to come through the message. This could be like a recently passed family member, but it could also be someone from a very long time ago that perhaps you're not even aware of. So ancestors, is a broad term. It goes way back. And of course, because this is a pick a card reading, there might be various people that come through and take what resonates. I'm going to do this reading with kind of 2 parts. First of all, we'll see who wants to come through. We'll use the cards to see what ancestor or ancestors want to communicate to you. And that part might be, where different people's ancestors come through, because we could get a few. And one will resonate. And then we will do what message that person or people have for you, and that probably will resonate with the vast majority. Okay, so hopefully this reading is helpful and interesting for you today. So take a minute to pick the pile. This hematite is pile number 1. This smoky quartz is pile number 2. This Carnelian is pile number 3. So there's no wrong way to choose. It might just be the card deck, the crystal, even the number, the time. I will link in the description a timestamp, so that is the exact time in the video I get to your pile if you're new to this sort of thing. And you can click on it and go right to your pile. So take a moment to choose. Okay, group 1, those who chose the hematite stone, this reading is for you from your ancestors. And I want to mention before I get into the reading that if you would like a personal reading with me, I will link below a list of my offerings and also my Instagram and Facebook group where you can both message me and see all my posts on astrology and tarot. Okay, so first of all, we're going to tune in really quick. Ask to be grounded during this reading and to connect to God, the Most High, the Divine. And we ask that white light surrounds this reading, only love and light here. And I ask my ego to take a back seat, step out of the way, and I ask for group number 1's ancestors to come in. The ancestors of those who chose group 1. The ancestors of those who chose group 1. First, we're going to see who they are. Ancestors of group 1. Ancestors of group 1. Who are you? ancestors of group 1 who wants to come in for a message. Tell us about yourselves, please. Who's coming through? Who's coming through? Ancestors of group 1. Let's see. Okay, so group 1, there's definitely a female ancestor coming through here with this Queen of Cups card. I'm definitely feeling a female ancestor for most of you, you know, and she may be a little bit different. I see that she's like a very emotional person, you know, with the cup energy and with this fish card. She could be a Pisces, as a matter of fact, could be a water sign, but also Pisces in particular with the fish. And yeah, just someone like very emotional, has a lot of feelings, and very like a little bit take charge though too, like someone who really likes you, you know, loving to move forward in life, kind of maybe has an ambitious streak, you know, but look at this woman in this card. She's very, if you can see that, she's very like, you know, determined, and she's got this crown kind of thing on her head. With this card, let me get more information, because I wonder if that's about her or somebody else. Is this about the same kind of female ancestor, or is this somebody else? More clarification. Yeah. Yeah, it's she. She experienced disappointments in life, yeah, this can just be someone who's kind of feels hurt or feels backstabbed, you know, felt kind of hurt by the world, disappointed, but perhaps in her life she didn't, you know, notice the cups behind her. She may have realized, you know, there was more good things to be had, but she didn't feel that way. Also, I'm getting she could have kind of died, passed away with the 10 of Swords, 10 being kind of the end card. She could have died in not a very happy way. So anyway, so this is kind of the energy of this ancestor. Female for most of you, you know, and there might be variations on who this is for most of you, is coming through. I want to know should I get any more information? Let's get some more information about her. Why not? Before we see why she wants to come through. Tell us more about this Chariot card and this ancestor, please. Yeah, I see her being very driven, wanting to take destiny into her own hands, like with the Wheel of Fortune, to steer her own ship, like very strong woman, but again, also very emotional. Let's see more about all this emotion, please. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm getting water sign wise, definitely could have been Pisces with the fish or Cancer with the moon. Yeah, had a lot of feelings. She may have kept them to herself though. Sometimes the moon can be, you know, what is hidden from sight. Yeah, very emotional, has a lot of feelings, but could have kept them to herself. Let's see more about like this disappointment card. What is this disappointment card about, please, with this ancestor? One more card, please. I feel like she didn't like make it as far in life materially as she may have wanted. You know, this would be like being very driven and passionate, the Knight of Wands, and this, you know, would be abundance and material things, Ace of Pentacles. Again, she was very driven, but there may have been a disappointment in her life because she feels like she didn't, you know, do all the things or get the success or get the money that she could have wished for herself, and that was some of the disappointment. But, you know, again, if she had looked behind her, there were things to be grateful for still in her life. Let's see about this Ten of Swords, please. Is this something about, well, let's ask. How did she die? And so we can see, is this related to her death? How did she die? This ancestor, how did she die? Yeah, oh, chills. Okay, one more card, please. How did this ancestor die? I don't think she died very happily, so that energy is about her. A man. Weird. This is kind of dramatic. Yeah, because again, with the Ten of Swords, it's like this guy looks like he's been stabbed in the back, you know. So I thought she could have felt like that in life, but it kind of looks like maybe she died unhappily. And yeah, chaotic with the Tower, chaotic, abrupt ending. But it's interesting, it says a man. I don't like that, you know. I didn't expect this reading to get kind of dark, but she could have felt stabbed in the back. A man could have hurt her. That's very sad. Again, I know I'm reading for many of you, so this could be read in different ways. Like for some people, this is true, and for others, it's just like maybe it was unexpected, you know, something like that. So this is her. Interesting woman. She's an interesting personality, but she has some sadness about her, but she wants to give you a message, and let's see why. What is the message? I'm going to keep this card at the top of the reading, the Queen of Cups, for you to see, because maybe with your hematite, because that's her. Okay. Ancestors, a pile one, female ancestor, or other ancestors for different people with this kind of energy. Why are you here today? What is your message for pile number one, for your ancestor in this lifetime? What is your message that you want to give this ancestor? Oh my gosh, you guys. Thunderstorm. Oh, wow. That is spooky. That is spooky. Wow. This ancestor's like kind of, she's not really freaking me out because I think she's a good person, but there's something dramatic about her. And a lightning bolt. This might be a very important message. Very important. Okay. Ancestor of pile number one. What kind of message? What is the message that you have? Oh, okay. And we might pull some more cards here. Seven of Cups, the Star, Five of Swords, the Clouds. Yeah, your ancestor, this woman out there, she sees that you're confused in life. You're kind of confused right now, you know, like it's a bit cloudy. You know, with the Seven of Cups, this guy's blindfolded. It's like you don't see the options around you. You know, you might not know which one to take. There could be many options, or it feels like no options. You can't see clearly at all. And I think that's why this ancestor wants to come through. They want to help you. They see that you're cloudy, that you don't have the clarity. you need. And they're trying to point the way. They're trying to point the way to your future here with the Star card. So we need to get more information about this, but definitely they want to, they want to kind of point the way. They're wanting to come through and help guide you towards the future path you're meant to go on since you're confused. But they are saying with this card, some guidance they have for your future is they want you to choose your battles wisely. And we'll see what that is about. But going forward, yeah, they don't want you to get caught up in anything draining. Let's get more information. Okay. What is this Choose Your Battles Wisely card about for the future? Ten of Swords. Yeah, she doesn't want you. This is interesting because she even had this card about her. Now it's raining. How fun is that? She wants you to have a bright future. The star is about hope and a bright future. So she says, I see you in the state of confusion, and now that you have this ability to choose a path kind of out of nothingness, I want you to make sure that you don't end up in a conflict. You don't want to end up in a situation where you're just flat on your face. So she's trying to guide you in a future, but she's maybe that's some of her experiences coming through. She doesn't want you to choose poorly or end up in a bad situation. Where is she trying to point the way? Let's ask that. Where are you trying to point the way for your ancestor in the now? People who chose pile number 1. What future are you trying to guide them towards that would be a good option? What is some advice you have for them? Yeah, they really want you to have a peaceful future. So again, they're seeing you in this confused state where, but yet the world is your oyster with this card. There's many options. Perhaps they see you could be about to enter into something that is conflicting and would end badly. And they say, no, I'm trying to help you find a future instead, and I want you to choose wisely that it is one of balance and inner peace. We have the Two of Pentacles here. They want you to have a balanced life. With the Hermit, they want you to have and see this Hermit. He has this little star in this box in the middle there. He has inner peace. He's in touch with his light. They want you to have that as well. And this card, Nine of Swords, she doesn't want you to have an anxious life. And look, this woman. And this card, she kind of is taking this sword, she's conquering it. They want you to conquer your anxieties and to lead a balanced life of inner peace. Also, a life where materially, you're in balance. So that might be choose wisely so you don't end up with nothing. She wants you to live a life of material balance. She wants you to live a life of self-awareness. And the Hermit, a very self-aware person, probably would be aware enough to not enter into the mistakes and conflicts of the Five of Swords. So she wants to make sure that she encourages you to be in touch with yourself and to be, to conquer your anxieties. So that's kind of person, I guess, she's encouraging you to be, that she is seeing would be the better path for you. And so maybe because you're in this confused state right now, you're on the verge of making healthy choices, or, entering into not so good situations that wouldn't end well. And so she sees you in this state and she says, okay, I want to guide you I want to get that message through so that you choose wisely, because you're at that point where, you know, there are choices. See if there's any more information about the future she would like you to follow and choose more information. The bouquet. Yeah, this is just, she does want you to have an abundant life. She wants you to have a life that is fruitful and abundant and filled with the beautiful things that life has to offer. So she really wants you to have a good life, and that's why she's encouraging, you know, that you make sure that you are in balance, you're in touch with yourself, you find inner peace, you conquer your anxiety, and make good choices, because this card's also about a gift, because then life is a gift, and she wants to see you do that. So she is like a definitely benevolent guide here on the other, you know, in what do you call it, on the other side. But she does have a bit of seriousness, because there is like a warning here. So that's interesting. But it looks like, you know, you do have options, and you can have a very beautiful, peaceful life. So you're being guided towards that. So I encourage you to keep working towards that. So hopefully that was helpful. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get any more messages. Hopefully that was helpful for you, and hopefully, you know, you really get in touch with yourself and choose wisely in the future. And maybe call on this woman as a guide. Maybe you know who this is, maybe you don't. Maybe she could help you make sure, you know, ask for signs or something that you're making the right choices for your future. So thank you for joining me, pile number 1. Okay, so for those that chose group number 2 with the Smokey Quartz crystal, this reading is for you and your ancestors. So I want to mention before I get into the reading that if you would like a personal reading with me, I'll link below a list of my offerings and also my Instagram and Facebook group where you can follow me for more tarot and astrology posts, and also that's where you can message me to get a hold of me. Okay, so first we're gonna tune in a look here. We're going to ask that I'm grounded during this reading, and also that I'm connected to God, the divine, and the white light surrounds this reading. Only love and light here. I ask for my ego to step out of the way. And I ask for the ancestors of pile number 2, whatever ancestors want to come through for those that chose pile number 2. I ask them to come through. Okay. First of all, let's find out who they are. What ancestor or ancestors chose to come through for pile number 2. Can we get more information about who you are? More information about the ancestors that have come through for pile number 2. More information about who you are. More female energy. Okay, so once again, I got this for pile number 1 as well, but this looks like a different person. For most of you, it's a female ancestor coming through, you know, with variations. This female ancestor wants to come through. And as an empress, you know, she's got, it's a pretty high up there, powerful kind of woman, very in touch with her femininity. kind of power. Let's see. I want to get more information on what the other cards mean before I even get into it, honestly. More information about this universe card and what that means about this ancestor. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. So she's someone like very tuned in to the universe. I mean, she even looks a bit mystical. So she was a bit mystical is what I'm seeing. Wow, with the eye, I don't know if you can see that, but the eye and the cosmos, and then, you know, we got the universe card, and then we got the hermit, which is about inner knowing. So she was someone very in touch with the universe. She had a mystical quality about her, you know, and then she was in tune with herself and her intuition and her inner knowing. Very in tune woman. But what is this Seven of Swords about? About this female ancestor coming through. Yeah, there's a lot of conflict about her, though. Is this about her personality, please? Yes. Okay, so she is very powerful, had a lot of connection to the universe, but in some ways she kind of... See, she got away with some things that maybe she shouldn't have. See more information about that. I'm just seeing part of her is a bit like feisty, you know. She did like create some conflict in her life though. So while she was very in tune, she was kind of like fiery. She could be a fire sign. Could be like argumentative. But what is it? Let's see. Oh, this was just my yes card. Did she get away with something? What is this? Oh. Yeah, I almost see... Interesting. Again, very in tune woman, but there was some conflict about her, some ability to maybe get mad, something like this, and it's like this card can be about deception or hiding or getting away with something. I'm thinking this is about hiding. I'm getting that she may have hid just to like sometimes, you know, she could have outbursts or something like that. She may have hid that. And I'm seeing she may have been imbalanced. And I'm kind of getting mentally unbalanced. So she might, yeah, this makes sense. Because this woman, again, very tuned in, mystical. But sometimes with that, you're open to so much energy. And it's hard and you're sensitive. And yeah, she could have had just, or in her astrology chart, she could have had some things where she had a temper or could get mad easily. But also, you know, just she was off balance a bit. But that's not necessarily uncommon. It can be difficult to tap into these energies. So I just see she struggled with that. But it's really interesting because now on the other side she wants to guide people, and that looks like that's her highest thing. Anything else about this ancestor we need to know? Justice. Okay. So, yeah, she's someone that's like kind of protective. She's very fair, you know. She wants things to be fair. She's very protective. I'm kind of getting patient too. I know this looks like but that's just emotional stuff, I think. But like, even though it takes time, she could have gotten what she wanted. Or, you know, on the other side, she can just be like a kind of patient person. Now her true self, maybe now that this difficult conflict, maybe that was just living in a human body and being so connected just was really difficult for her. So very interesting. Ancestor, again, very, we'll keep this out, very tapped in, but you know, looks like she struggled with it, had an interesting side of her personality. So let's see why she's coming through for you. Put that there with crystal. Okay. All right, ancestors of pile number 2. What message do you really want to bring those who chose pile number 2 today? What message do you think is really important to bring to pile number 2 today? What message do you really want to bring to pile number 2 today that you think is really important? Okay, well, they're here to like give you some strength and kind of like pump you up. The strength card here. They're saying that these ideas you have, you know, to put to materialize something into the physical. So whether it's a new job idea or a new project or something new you want to do, maybe it could make money or, you know, just something tangible. I do think it can make money. So some idea here that could potentially make you money at some point. And it would be a new idea. She's wanting to encourage you with it and trying to give you the strength to keep going with it, because it's something that, you know, could take you from the page to the king, could help you make a lot of money and become very stable instead of just, you know, this girl with an idea, here, this young person with an idea, you know, you could become like this guy with, who's very stable. So they're kind of encouraging you to have strength and to put that idea into form. But they are kind of saying like to keep it to yourself right now. So there's a protective element here. They're saying be strong. You keep it to yourself though, you know, but start putting it into form even if it's in private, because it has the ability to bring you a lot of stability. They also may be encouraging you to have strength and to not give up because, you know, maybe you are young, or in whatever you're doing, you're young at it. And, you know, it's sort of this growing up process, and maybe she's watching over you through this process, because she says, you know, you're going to get there one day, but, you know, everyone's got to start somewhere, and to keep going. Let's see if there's any other message coming through. More messages from the ancestors of pile number 2. What other message do you want to bring through today? More information about all of this. King of Cups. Wow, strength again. This deck, for whatever reason, has 2 strength cards, so I do not want you to give up. It's sandwiching the reading, the strength. Yeah, I mean, another king card, King of Cups, that would be like, you know, the adult version of the feelings, mastering your emotions. Perhaps in the Hermit, you know, all about mastering that inner connection. And so I think they're just encouraging you to have strength. Like right now, whatever it is, even if you're not young, you're like young at something. And sometimes even like being really old, you can still feel really young about certain things or everything even. And they're kind of encouraging you, like you're going to have material mastery and stability. You're going to have like more emotional maturity. You're going to be more in tune with yourself. So I'm seeing like this growth process, and it's sort of happening in private. But again, you're growing up in a sense, or you're up leveling. And the up leveled place that you're going to get to is more materially stable. Your emotions are more, stable and in check as well, if that's something you struggle with. She struggled with that. It looks like your various ancestors here seem to possibly struggle with that. So she probably understands. But you're going to have more emotional maturity. You're going to have greater self-understanding. You're just going to grow. You're going to be wise. Like, look at this guy. He looks wise. All these people kind of look wise, Like, he looks like some sort of monk, His wisdom. This is Sitting Bull, who was like a chief, a native chief. I don't know who the guy in this card is, but he looks like a king. So, definitely like just up leveling. You're gaining wisdom, but whatever it is, you're young at it, and to keep going, and just you're sandwiched by strength. And I think you're also just very protected, and maybe she wants to say that, like, you're protected to follow these ideas, and we're gonna protect you the whole way through. Like, you're gonna get there. You're growing. So that's your message from your ancestors, pile number 2. Particularly for most of you, this kind of feminine empress person. All right, those who chose group number 3 with the, I believe it's Carnelian, little orange stone, perfect for Halloween. This reading will be messages from your ancestors. And before we get to the reading, I want to mention that if you would like a personal reading with me, I will link below a list of my offerings, and also my Instagram and Facebook group, where you can see more posts on astrology and tarot, and also where you can be able to message me if you would like a reading. Okay, so first we're going to tune in and ground down and connect to God, the divine. Ask for white light to surround this reading, only love and light here. I'm going to ask my ego and my personality to take a back seat. And we're going to ask for whatever ancestors that want to come through, for those who chose pile number 3, to come through today to give you a message and to tell us about who they are first as well. Alright, so first of all, who is this ancestor or ancestors for pile number 3? Tell us more about yourself, please. Ancestor or ancestors of pile number 3, tell us more about yourself, please. So let's come on to okay. Okay, so this is someone young. Okay, I'm getting the message. This is 2 different people coming through here. So, some of you might resonate with one kind of person, ancestor, and one the other. But because I'm getting 2. So, and they're both young. I'm getting one's not so young, but they're not super old. Like, they are grown up, but like on the younger side. And then one is a lot younger than that. Yeah, I'm getting like young adult, you know, 20s, maybe even 30s. Like they're young again, but not that young. And then the other one, like teenage years. So the one that's coming through, the one that's a little bit older, definitely a very passionate person. Could be a fire sign with the Knight of Wands here. A very passionate, fiery person, and very communicative, very like likes to talk to people, very, very communicative here. And this younger person, more of an earth sign energy, and with the dog, yeah, they're very loyal, more like grounded and loyal kind of person, very loyal to those around them, like puppy energy, like really sweet person. This one's kind of exciting. Both of them, you know, they, just getting with this High Priestess, like they want to be channeled, they want their energy to come through. So we'll ask more about them. Who is this person? This fiery, passionate, communicative person. Tell us more about yourself, please. More information. Yeah, I'm just getting this person. They were very quick. When it came to life, you know, they were quick to get disappointed, but also quick to get optimistic. So it was definitely fire sign energy. You know, they quickly get optimistic and they quickly get disappointed without seeing the other possibilities that were right there. So they just kind of very quick energy, fire and air energy as well. You know, quick to get disappointed and quick to be optimistic. Interesting. More information about this person. Yeah, sometimes they didn't, more fire sign energy, sometimes they didn't choose their battles wisely, you know. So sometimes I'm seeing they were optimistic, but sometimes they could have regrets. Very quick person. Interesting. Yeah, and sometimes they didn't see the opportunities right in front of them. So interesting. Again, it's like very different people, because this person's just kind of all over the place, you know, but very like lively energy. So both these people might have different messages. You might have to do two different things for these people. And again, one may resonate with you or both, you know, because there could just be variations of these people that are coming through depending on how many people chose this reading. And what about this person? Can you tell us more about yourself, please? Okay, yeah, this one. So I am getting, this one seems more masculine. This one, I'm getting confirmation with this all female lovers. I'm getting definitely female energy here. Female energy. Yeah, I'm getting she like very loyal to those around her, but also kind of like chained to it, like maybe codependent. Like I just see her being really loyal and faithful, but sometimes codependent, maybe a little bit fearful. Death. Yeah, her death was significant, probably because she's so young. More information about this death card, please. Whoa, thunder. I told group 1 it was thundering during their reading too. I got it at a dramatic moment. Wow, this is interesting. So group 1 was the only, group 2 didn't say anything about death with the ancestors that came through, but group 1 did get into how their ancestor died. And the thunder happened the minute I was doing the reading on that part again. The Hierophant. More information. More information. Weird. Okay. So I'm not getting that she died in like an accident kind of way. It was like it's structured with this Hierophant. Like she was aware that that was going to happen for whatever reason. Whether, and this can be like, you know, those in charge or those in a structured system, you know, could have been like a doctor or something like that. They told her and everybody knew, you know, it wasn't unplanned. Something with the throat here, with the Page of Swords. Something with the throat. Or the mouth, something there, but it's like she knew. But it was almost like she was happy about it. I kind of get that she was a bit connected to the other side, because I'm seeing she kind of was happy about it, and this card can be about spiritual wisdom, so she was kind of in tune. This could have even been, you know, a religious or spiritual inclination where she didn't feel scared, you know, she was prepared for it, because this is about connection to that. This is about kind of happiness, you know, for whatever reason. Though again, I see her being kind of very connected to those she loved. Maybe that's why she still hangs around and wants to come through this reading. Maybe you know this person. Maybe it's a bit farther back. Maybe you don't at all. And she's just been loyal to her ancestors. But interesting people here. Okay. So we're going to keep both of them out because they individually have messages. So it's either just a lot, you know, more people watching this, or you just all have a lot of ancestors. Carnelian here. Okay. Messages from this Knight of Wands person, this fiery, quick to act and think and make mistakes and be happy and communicative younger man. What message do you have for your ancestor? What message do you have for your ancestor? Why are you here today? Wow. They're here to communicate. Again, a very communicative person, likes to talk. The encouragement here about victory and success. They say, like, keep going with the Knight of Pentacles. Like, you're working really hard. Have patience because you're moving towards this success, but it might take some time because the Knight of Pentacles takes time. So they're encouraging you, and probably because they're such an excited person, they're like, you're really close to success and victory and being recognized for your efforts. So keep going. Keep working so hard, you know, and putting in all of that work. With the High Priestess. Let's see. I just feel like that seems a bit disconnected. Okay, what is this part of the message about, please? Can I get more message? They kind of want you to be open to receive. Like, so I don't know if you can see this card, but our hands are down. She's very, like, open energetically. And so they're saying, like, you're headed towards success. So be open to receive. Be open to receive the abundance. And, like, just the love from people with the Lover's card. People are going to, you know, love you. Be receptive to, you know, being recognized by these people, loved by these people, and to the money. So to kind of open yourself up to those good things. So this is a very encouraging, like, pumped up message here. Like, you're headed towards success slowly but surely, and just be open to receive these blessings. And this person just loves to communicate. So maybe, you know, get in touch with them more thunder. Okay. This Page of Pentacles person, this kind of girl that looks to be around teenage years. What message do you have for your ancestor? What message do you have for your ancestor? Yeah, so she's very encouraging. This could be a different group of people. Like the other guy was encouraging too, but more pumped up. You're working towards it. But this energy looks sadder. Could it be a different person? We could have ended up with like various groups, like an extra group even. But this ancestor is trying to give you hope. Trying to say there is a key. There is a solution. There's something you can't see yet. Because it looks like you're heartbroken, disappointed, you feel like it's the end of the world. Like this is very hurt energy. Very hurt energy. And just especially mentally, like you just can't see. You're mentally fried. And yeah, and she's saying there's going to be something good that comes out of nowhere. You don't see it yet. Like all hope is not lost. You know, there is a key. Let's see more about this. More about this opportunity you can't see coming. Oh. 4. So there might have been something difficult in your life that felt like a battle, that felt like a struggle, felt like a losing battle. And I think the unexpected thing is that something good is going to come from that. There's going to be a new beginning born of that. And something good materially in particular, you know, so that could be money, that could be a job, that could be something else material. But out of a difficult situation comes a new beginning, comes money. More information about that. Yeah, like you're protected. Just looks like you guys, part of this pile, you know, that's more connected to this ancestor, all of you, both of these messages are for you. I feel like they're different. I really feel like they're different. So this is like part of pile number 3, like a pile number 4 almost. Been through something difficult, but like you're protected and something good is going to come of it you don't see. A new beginning. Yeah, look at that. Definitely materially, financially, you're going to like have abundance. You're going to be self-sufficient, feeling like you have good things in your material life. More about what this key is, please. What is this key, please? Like I need to pull one of these too. What is the key they're trying to show you? 7 Pentacles. Yeah, we definitely have luck coming. Like again, it's like maybe something's locked and you thought the key was gone, but it's like you're gonna have luck. Like you're gonna have that magic, you know, formula here. Luck is on your side. There really is something good coming. But the key is maybe like 7 of Pentacles. It's like you're not seeing. There's definitely something you're not seeing the good thing coming. And even 7 of Pentacles, usually this is about taking stock of the things you have and have created. And this guy's not even looking at it in this card. So it's like there's something right there, right behind you, and you can't see it. So they're kind of saying the key is like, you know, maybe you need to have your eyes wide open because maybe something's going to come out of the blue with the situation that's good and you don't know it. Or, you know, maybe maybe it's something right in front of your eyes and you can't see it. So they're definitely trying to encourage you. Again, this was like a very loyal spirit and I think she wants the help. She's very sweet, loyal to her ancestors. Any last messages from her? Yeah, like you're going to be moving into calm waters after the storm. You know, and you did have the 5 of Swords, so after a difficult situation, you're going to be moving into the calm waters. So things are going to look up for you. And I'm sorry that whoever this resonates with, you know, is going through a tough time. You know, and this could be two things. There could be something, you know, you could resonate with both these ancestors and you're both going through something difficult, need to see something's around the corner, and then separately you've been working on something that will lead to success, you know. They could just be different situations in your life, or they could have kind of been split up. There was just more ancestors, more messages, more people, you know. So